Am I the a-hole for telling my mom it's time to lawyer up? My mom moved in with me after she sold her home to avoid medical bankruptcy. Things have been rocky because my mom was always my house, my rules type of person. I have an older brother, Scott, who helped my mom with home repairs, but Scott and my wife do not get along, so he doesn't come over much. My wife and I went away for a weekend getaway, and Scott and my mom repainted our living room white. It was navy with built-in bookcases and pantry. The job was done so crappy, and the original paint job with the bookcase cost us thousands to remodel. My wife started crying, and my mom and brother said they wanted to brighten the place up for my mom. I didn't know this at the time, but my wife called my sister-in-law, my wife's brother's wife, who is a lawyer, and the contractor who originally did the work on our living room remodeled. My wife is getting ready to press suit against my mother and Scott and have already handed my mom legal eviction notice. It's deserved, and I back it 100% because this paint job was done so crappy and without the homeowner's permission. My mom is saying with an eviction for property damage, she will not be able to find a place, and my wife needs to stop. My wife has installed cameras in the home and is getting the court orders in place for my mom and brother. My wife's family is paying for this, and at this point, I'm afraid to say anything because I feel like if I protest too much, the big divorce would come, and with my wife's sister-in-law as a lawyer, I don't want to mess with the situation because it's going to be a crap show. My brother told me my mom has rights, and I said I guess it's time for my mom to lawyer up on her dime because I'm not touching this, and it's my wife's lawyers pushing things through. I did sign off on a lawsuit and possible criminal charges coming. My mom says she would contest the eviction, and I need to man up and make my wife do the right thing and drop the eviction and lawsuit. Wow, the OP's mom and the brother had the nerves to repaint the OP's living room without their permission, and they waited until they were out of town. That is such entitlement there. And they see nothing wrong with that. I would be pissed if that happened to me. My goodness. But let's see what the comment section have to say. First commenter said, "Not the a-hole for telling your mom to lawyer up, but you are the a-hole for not immediately demanding your mom and brother fix the problem, politely asking your mom to move out, and otherwise defending your wife against your crappy family." The OP responds by saying, "I don't want them to touch anything else in the house. The paint job was so crappy, I want the original licensed contractor to fix it." Then a follow-up commenter said, "Demand they fix the problem by paying the contractor to fix it." The OP responds with what money? My mom moved in because she has medical bills and was trying to avoid bankruptcy, and my brother is an addict. That's what the lawsuit is for and the possible criminal charges. Okay, even if you sue both your mom and your brother in this case, the reason why she moved into your house by your admission was because they don't have the money for it. So by suing them, what? Doesn't even make sense. How is that even possible? And they can't pay for the damages either because, again, financial reasons. A follow-up commenter says, "If they don't have money, then suing them isn't going to magically make them have money. It sounds like your family situation is a bit more complicated than you originally described, and for that reason, I'm going to rescind my 'you're the a-hole' ruling." Another follow-up commenter to that says, "OP's family may not have other options, but that doesn't exonerate OP. His wife is willing to go scorched earth to get them out of her house without his help or input. That says something. Sounds like he spent a long time with his head in the sand about the dynamic between his wife and his family. If there was an outcome here where he successfully mediated and established boundaries so they could coexist in his house, he failed to pursue it because he was too childish to acknowledge the conflict or communicate with his wife, thus creating a situation where wife is prepared to take unilateral action even if it makes them homeless. All of his family is worse off because of his avoidance, and I'm guessing his wife has only not filed for divorce because it would be too much headache on top of the existing legal processes in order. Another commenter says, it's possible OP's wife is dealing with one problem at a time. Once she gets the mother-in-law evicted, she may well file for divorce next. Depends on how fed up she is with OP and his family making her life a mess. I totally agree. If I was in OP's wife's position, I would probably be doing the same because it sounds like the OP is not being helpful at all of dealing with his family. What do you guys think of this situation? Please leave those in the comments. And if you like these types of stories, remember to continue to like and subscribe. I'll talk to you guys later.